Christmas arrived early this year. Either that or the world's probably ending in some sort of way, because Berserk just dropped another chapter in less than 2 weeks. I used to pray for times like this, man. I hope this trend continues. I just can't believe I'm here right now, writing another review so soon, and I couldn't be happier. Especially with how things played out in this chapter. Studio Gaga is cooking, man. So let's just dive right in. Lo and behold, Rockshas has fully emerged out of his human cocoon. Or I guess in this case, it'd be more accurate to call it a human piñata, because the dude just jizzed everywhere. Now, last chapter, I made a prediction that he was sent here by Qliphoth himself to assassinate the leaders of the Kushan and basically end the war before it began. Now, while I do think that could still be the case, it seems a lot more unlikely now, given that Rockshas has apparently been out of commission this entire time and just recently regained his memories at this moment. Which begs the question, why is he here now and why is he doing all this? Well, the easy answer to that question is that he wants some good old revenge on Rickert, because apparently he killed him last time. Which is something I frankly was not expecting. I never got the sense that Rockshas died in that encounter. It's honestly kind of crazy. Like, is Rickert the actual main character of Berserk? Have we been following the wrong person this entire time? Because Rickert, look at his track record, man. He slapped the fuck out of Qliphoth and was the first person to injure him. He takes down one of his major apostles. Like, what's next? He's gonna take down one of the God Hand in one hit? I don't fucking know, man. Like, Guts needs to pick up the slack soon, because we might need to switch protagonists in a couple chapters here. But jokes aside, there are still a lot of lingering questions surrounding Rockshas at the moment that really weren't answered in this chapter. For one, apparently he did die. How did he survive that encounter with Rickert? And how did he make his way into this random Kushan soldier and explode at this very moment? That was not answered in this chapter, nor was the fact that he's able to somehow use the powers of the God Hand. I know that some people are ready to just point fingers and say that this is Slann making an appearance here. However, I don't think that's the case, even though the situation is pretty much identical to what happened all those chapters ago and arcs ago, with Qliphoth coming down, the trolls coming out and everything like that. Even though it is very similar, I don't think that's the case here. The reason for that being, I just think it's too soon. I think it's too soon for our allies, and especially Guts, to go against one of the members of the God Hand and especially take them out. Because if we're gonna have a fight here, we have to win at this point. Guts has been taking L after L after L. There has to be a point where it's just too much. So the fight that's going to happen here, it has to unequivocally end in a W. And for me personally, I wouldn't like that W to come at the cost of one of the God Hands going down here. You guys gotta remember that even though it's been a long time for us as readers, because the breaks in between chapters is so long, it hasn't really been that long in story since Guts went through this phase of this depression hangover. So for him to just do a complete 180 and take down one of the members of the God Hand who he's been seeking to take out for so long, especially being in this state, it just doesn't make sense to me. However, the fact remains that Qliphoth was in fact summoned, a magnitude of power only accessible to those of the God Hand, well, as far as we know. And it seems highly unlikely that after dying to Rickert, he was somehow able to tap into this power without knowing. So the only solution is that this was the work of one of the God Hand. So the likely scenario here is that one of the God Hand, presumably Slann, is using Rockshas as a proxy to summon Qliphoth. Perhaps they're even the ones that saved him from dying, who knows. So in the end, you could technically count this as a battle against one of the God Hand. I just hope that none of them go down here, like completely out of the story, is what I mean. And a battle against one of the God Hands, even if it's their proxy, is a huge W in my opinion either way. As the chapter continues on, we can see here that the Qliphoth this time, at least to me, seems far more aggressive than it was in the past. Needless to say, it's a complete and utter massacre with tits, balls, and dicks being flown in every single direction. Fuck, I dropped my phone. But yeah, seeing these Berserk trolls again was not on my 2024 bingo card, but yet here we are. But this massacre has bred a situation to showcase a little good old character development for Farnese, or character progression I should say. Though it's obvious that she's scared in this situation, I mean, who wouldn't be? It's a far cry from the relatively helpless person she used to be in the first Qliphoth she encountered. Despite her horrible experiences there and the trauma that one might be subdued by, even if she was saved by Serpico, she never let that fear stop her or consume her. In fact, it only served as more fuel for her determination. I just love seeing how far she's come. But with a massacre comes chaos, and chaos means a lack of order. Basically, amidst the trolls' rampage and the elephants who we thought were allies going out of control, everybody's left to fend for themselves. Rickard's stuck protecting Magnifico and a couple innocent civilians. Shirke's attempts to communicate with Guts continue. Farnese takes on the lead role in shutting down the Qliphoth itself, while Isidro is... Wait, what the fuck was Isidro doing? Apparently nothing. Well, my best guess is that he's gonna go with Puck to free the big man himself, because in terms of drama and dialogue, their interaction has the most potential, seeing as how their last interaction left off. And finally, Salat, not Islat like I've been saying the last video. Dude, I swear to God, I got hit by the fucking Mandela beam or something. I don't know what happened. I don't know why I kept saying Islat. His name is Salat. But anyway, Salat and Rockshas finally go head to head in their long-awaited rematch. Needless to say, shit's about to go down next chapter. I just hope the wait isn't too long because I need that next chapter, bro. But yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say about this chapter. I really do hope before the fights and everything we actually get some answers regarding to Rockshas and his behavior, because I think that's the one thing that really needs clarification before we get to anything else, or maybe after the fact. But I do hope we get those answers. I'm really looking forward to that. But aside from that, yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about. If you liked the video, like it, subscribe, all that jazz, and I will see you all in the next one. See ya.